Hi everybody, it's Chris Rock back on the Louisiana Grill's patio, and today we are making one of the most popular barbecue items, tri-tip. So tri-tip is really the bottom tipped cut of the sirloin and was made popular in the 1950s in Central California, and really since then has become a staple in the barbecue world. This is a prime tri-tip. They come in all different grades, choice, select, and prime. I always try to look for a prime tri-tip that's 2.5 to 3 pounds. It's a good size, not much shrinkage, and it'll feed a good group of 4 to 6. So what you're looking for in tri-tip is nice marbling, a nice grain in the meat, maybe a little bit of fat cap on the backside. You can buy completely trimmed tri-tips. Again, your butcher can trim it for you, or you can buy it untrimmed. So really, for tri-tip, all I do is rub it. And today we're going to be using Louisiana Grill's Prime Steakhouse Rub. Citrus, garlic, salt, these are all flavors that are going to stand up really well on the beef and really add a nice finished flavor to this tri-tip. So when I rub a tri-tip, I'm pretty liberal with the rub. I like to get quite a bit of rub on. I don't use anything for a binder. And I'll come across and really try to get that rub complete coverage on the tri-tip as much as I can. You can press it in a little bit if you'd like. Is there any easier prep than that? And we are ready to go on the grill. Today we're going to be cooking in the Founder's Legacy 1200. And we're going to be taking this tri-tip. I've got the grill at 225. And we're going to have this tri-tip in there for about 2 hours. Now, the thing to think about with tri-tip is we're not going to cook so much for time. We're going to cook to a temperature so we can do a final sear on the tri-tip. And you'll get to see how great that makes this look and taste when we're finished. So here we go, 225, right in on the grill. And we're going to give that about 2 hours. While we're waiting for that tri-tip, let's make some chimichurri. A lot of people prefer pico de gallo with their tri-tip. I think the chimichurri is a much better choice. It's an Argentinian style sauce, very easy to make, and comes together really quick, and something you can do while the tri-tip is in the grill and ready for when your tri-tip comes out to slice. The ingredients that we're going to need for chimichurri: chopped parsley. We're going to need some diced red pepper. We're going to need some garlic. This is roasted garlic that I did a little bit earlier and diced it up very, very fine. A little bit of oregano, some salt, and most importantly, olive oil. And red wine vinegar is going to give it that little extra tang that'll bring this sauce together. All right, we're ready to make our chimichurri. And here's the thing, chimichurri is a great example of simple food done really well. And as I said, a great complement to the tri-tip. First, we're going to come about 1/2 cup of parsley. About 1/4 cup of diced red pepper. They can be sweet red peppers. If you don't have fresh red pepper where you are, red pepper flake, dried, will do just fine. A little bit of sea salt, a little bit of oregano, that roasted garlic. This garlic we roasted in the smoker a little bit earlier. And now we've got about 1 tablespoon of that in. Red wine vinegar, and 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Now we're going to take this and just mix thoroughly, get all the ingredients to combine. And you can already see what a great color that's going to have, great contrast visually with our tri-tip. We're going to let this sit and start to come together for the next 1.5 hours or so while our tri-tip is finishing up on the grill. So our tri-tip's been in here now about 1 hour and 45 minutes. We're at about 125, 135 degrees. We got our grill turned up to 400 degrees. Now we're going to open the sear plate and we're going to put the final sear on this tri-tip. That's the great thing about a sear plate, is you can go ahead and sear your food to whatever finished temperature that you'd like to have. We've completed our sear. We're going to close up our grill, bring this over. Now, one thing to remember with any cut of beef, tri-tip steaks, any cut of beef that you have, you want to let it rest before you cut into it. And typically 10 to 15 minutes, you can rest it covered or uncovered. I've done it both ways. But it allows the juices to reconstitute back into the meat and keep that piece of meat that you've spent these last 2 hours cooking nice and juicy when you slice into it. I think we've all had a piece of meat that we sliced into real quick. We couldn't wait, sliced into it, all the juice ran out on the cutting board. Allowing your tri-tip to rest 10 or 15 minutes will keep all of those juices in the meat and not on the cutting board. All right, so we've got our tri-tip out, we've rested it, and now we're ready to cut. So we know that the grain is running this direction, so we're going to cut against the grain, nice thin slices. That is some fantastic tri-tip. So our tri-tip sliced up nice and thin, looking great, a little garnish, a little cilantro, a little peppers. And now that chimichurri that we had set aside while we were cooking, that's come together really nicely. And right across. Now that's some tri-tip. And there you have it, tri-tip with chimichurri from the Legacy 1200. Looks great, tastes even better. We'll see you again on the Louisiana Grill's patio.